let's get started, guys. Let's start off with this. I got to do the disclaimer. You know that I call it that we're all adults here, but just in case anybody doesn't realize it, we're all adults here. So what I'm going to talk to you about, this information is for educational purposes only. I'm not a financial advisor. So we are going to talk about some big numbers. We're going to show you some real math. We're going to show you exactly how this platform works. You can check the math. I promise you it's been checked, double checked, and triple checked, but you're welcome to quadruple check it if you like. But at the end of the day, you're going to have to realize that any type of business opportunity that you ever engage in has some level of inherent risk. So what you're going to do before you decide to engage in this platform is actually fill out your own level of research due diligence, but also your own risk tolerance. I think that's going to be the best guide for you. Don't let anybody push you in. Do what feels right for you and your family, and then make the decision accordingly. So with that said, guys, let me do a quick intro to you of digital credit, and then we're going to kind of get down into the granular detail to make sure you have a solid understanding. Digital credit operates as a decentralized, community-funded platform. You're going to hear that term community-funded a lot, so really pay attention to that. It works with a private hybridized profitability fund. Through their extensive network of partnerships, they're able to engage in highly profitable trading and funding positions. Digital credit has current interest in cutting-edge blockchain projects, as well as a focus on sustainable assets. And they're able to manage the capitalization of these assets, as well as sell the rights to them to global buyers, generating an operational spread. In this way, the platform connects producers, buyers, and investors in a decentralized, fast, and secure manner, promoting profitability for the entire community. Whew, that is a mouthful. And if you understood all that to infinite detail, we could stop right here. But I imagine maybe you, just like me, the first time I was able to read something like that, I had a slight idea, but not a direct idea. So let me keep this simple for you. Here's what I promise to do for you over the next several minutes. I'm going to answer 3 questions. Number 1, what do we do? Okay, that's important. Here's the most important one to you, though. Why should you care? Okay, even if you agree that this is a great company, they're doing something amazing, so what? Why did somebody invite you to this webinar and told you you had to be here? Why should you care? And then finally, if interested, in other words, if you do care, if you find this as exciting as we do, how do you engage? And we're going to cover all 3 of those things. So let's get started, guys, and let's talk about this. I think most of you know, even if you don't know fully, you know intrinsically that every single second of every day, there are financial transactions that are happening around and across the world. They're happening from peer to peer, city to city, country to country, continent to continent. Most of them we're completely unaware of. We don't benefit from. We can't play in those fields. We can't do any of those things, but they are going on all of the time. What digital credit has done is they've identified certain areas and certain sectors that fit their cause-driven mentality that they want to engage in. That's it. That's what they've done. They have this incredible big fund of capital. It allows them to actually utilize the partnerships, the strategic ones they've developed around the world, to be able to profit in a lot of different incredible and unique ways, sometimes being a facilitator, other times being an intermediary, and therefore producing huge profits for their fund. That's what they do. I want to give you an example of how this works and what this looks like, and we'll do an example with plastic credits. I'll tell you, I never heard of plastic credits before I heard of this company. I did hear of carbon credits. I think most of you probably have as well, but even didn't truly understand how carbon credits work, not completely, until I actually heard of this company. So plastic credits, I'll just show you an example, and then we can move on and we can talk about exactly what they do and why you might want to actually partner with us. So let's start off. Spoiler alert, guys, there's a plastics problem on the planet. Whether you agree with what to do about it or not, it doesn't change the fact that plastics never go away. They just get smaller, right? So microplastics are now in our air, our water, our food. So we're breathing them, eating them, drinking them every single day. As a result, the average person consumes about 5 grams of plastic every week of their life. So congratulations. Last week, you ate this credit card. That was your 5-gram plastic diet. Whether you remember it or not, you did eat a credit card last week. If you don't remember it, that's okay. Just hold on, because you're going to eat another one next week, and the week after that, and the week after that, et cetera, et cetera. In fact, as you go on, you can start to understand that this becomes a big problem. You know, that credit card shredded up into microplastics is only about a soup spoon. But over a month, you're talking about half of a rice bowl. Over 6 months, you're talking a whole cereal bowl. In 1 year, a heaping plate that you get at an all-you-can-eat buffet of microplastics in 1 decade, a big giant lifesaver ring that you see on a big cruise ship, and over the period of your lifetime, 20 kilograms. Guys, for those of you in the US like me, that's 44 pounds of plastic that you're going to eat, or what is equivalent to those 2 big recycling containers you have outside of your house right now. Now, you don't have to be a scientist, you don't have to be a doctor to know this ain't good for you. You should not have this amount of plastic in your body. So that is the problem. Let's talk about how plastic credits actually represent the solution. Okay. At the end of the day, the governments around the world have said, we got to do something about this. This problem is only getting worse and worse. We got a lot of people who are very good at being plastic polluters, not a lot of people who are very good or even highly incentivized to clean plastic out of the environment. So what they did is they created this plastic credits market, very much like the carbon credits market. This is like the little brother of that market. It's projected to be a $230 billion per year market by the year 2028. That's a big little brother, if you can think about it. And at one end, we have companies like this. We have a company that we're affiliated with. They're the largest company in the world that does this. And they do this thing called plastic pyrolysis, where they're able to take waste plastics from landfills, as well as they pay fishermen to scoop plastic out of the ocean, and they pay them for that plastic, take these waste plastics and run them through a conversion process, turning them from waste plastics into a clean bio oil that they can then sell to their partners like Shell Gas, etc. So they're removing plastics from the environment and actually repurposing them for something that we need, which is fuel. Now, because of that, the government says, hey, for every certain amount of plastic you remove, you can create this plastic credit. A plastic credit is just a certification that actually clears up the fact that this amount of plastic was removed from the environment. In their case, every 100 grams equals 1 credit. It's that simple. 100 grams equals 1 credit. So if they remove a kilogram, which is 1,000 grams, they make 10 credits, et cetera, et cetera. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, you got Company X, your average big corporation that's producing some amazing products that most of us probably feel like we can't live without. But as a result of all these products they're producing, they're also producing a lot of plastic waste. So what the governments have said is, listen, guys, if you move towards plastic neutrality, we'll give you all sorts of tax breaks and incentives to do so, which means if you, as an example, as a company, I'm going to use a real small number here, say you actually produce 100 grams of plastic waste every year, then you simply go out and buy one of these plastic credits, which says 100 grams was removed from the environment, and now you are plastic neutral. Now, we know in the real world, they're not producing 100 grams. They're producing tons and tons and tons, right? But so they have to buy a lot of these plastic credits to move towards neutrality, but they get the benefit of all the tax breaks and incentives. These guys get the benefits of actual more capital so they can do what they're doing at a higher level. And also they can become more innovative to figure out even better ways to do it. Now, this is where this market actually works, right? These guys are experts at doing this, but they're not experts at finding end user buyers. So normally these plastic credits go to an exchange somewhere, brokers step in, they find the end users. It can take some time, but eventually they get their money back and the brokers make some money in the middle. This is where digital credit comes in. Digital credit has a proprietary relationship with the largest company in the world that does this. And because we not only have that relationship, we also have relationships with a lot of end user buyers. We don't have to wait for these to go to a traditional marketplace, wait there to be found by people looking for them and be sold. We can actually become an intermediary and we can make this happen faster. So our partner says, listen, digital credit, if you can make it happen faster so we can get paid faster, that has value to us. So here's what we'll do. We'll let you buy our plastic credits at a discount. Depending on how many you buy, potentially a deep discount, maybe just 20 cents on the dollar. And then you go sell them to your end users at market price. So they're still paying the same price, but you make a healthy markup. Guys, by doing this, digital credit is making an insane amount of profits that they're pushing back into the fund, and it benefits the entire community. And again, that's just plastic credit. It's probably more than you ever wanted to know about it, but I want you to understand This is a huge liquid market growing to $230 billion over just the next few years, and it's going to continue to grow. And the more that we participate and the higher level we participate, the more money that comes back as profits to the fund. Another simple one is agricultural commodities. This is much easier to understand. You've got these agricultural entities that they sell their stuff around the world, right? Whether it's meat, whether it's sugar, whether it's coffee. I'm a coffee grower down in Brazil. I grow my coffee beans in Brazil, but over in Europe, they think it's the best coffee on the planet. However, I'm a farmer. I run tight margins. So when it comes time for harvest time, I might need a short-term capitalization loan to bring it to harvest and then to ship it to Europe, where I'm going to make a ton of money once it gets there. Digital credit steps in. They can even directly provide those loans, or if need be, they can connect people who want to actually provide those loans with these people who need those loans, and they make money in the middle. Either way, there's more profits that are coming back to us. This is just a simple example of their hybrid profitability model. This is the system of digital credit. They adopt a hybrid profitability model, combining different strategies, right, to diversify so they can actually maximize returns and security for its clients and investors. So they got the profitability through operational spread. We just talked about that. Plastic credits, carbon credits, agricultural commodity loans, tokenization, and asset appreciation. So real world assets being tokenized. Take a $10 million mansion. We actually put it onto the blockchain and we tokenize it. So now we can actually create fractional ownership. I always wanted to earn a piece of a $10 million mansion, but I don't have $10 million. But I can now buy $10,000 worth of tokens that give me a small percentage of ownership in that mansion. So as the mansion value goes up, so do my token value. I can sell them at a profit if anybody wants them, or I can keep them until the mansion gets sold to somebody else at a markup. And now I get to cash out at a big win. We can do that with real estate. We can do it with art. You can earn a piece of a Picasso, the Hope Diamond, etc. It doesn't matter. This is big business. DeFi protocols, decentralized finance, using tokens as collateral, arbitrage and spot trading, where you can make quick profits by finding the price differential for different tokens across different exchanges. Guys, I'm not trying to educate you on all of these individual things. I just want you to understand they know about all of these different things. They have the relationships to execute all these different things. And all of these different things on a daily basis are producing a high amount of profits. That's what you need to understand in terms of understanding what might be in it for you. Now, if you want to engage with the platform, you can do it in one of two ways. You can be a client or you can be a broker. I'll quickly cover both, and then you guys can make some decisions from there. The client opportunity is simple. Digital credit is a community-funded platform. That means their capitalization or initial capitalization is coming from clients like me and you all over the world, people who want to actually make some money. They can actually be a part of this fund. They put in capital. That gives them the ability to do things at a higher level of scale. They offer a passive, high leverage participation model that is attractive to global clients that enjoy the prospect of high daily revenues with closely managed risk. That sounds like me all day. Now, by joining the digital credit community, listen to this language. Clients are able to profit from several explosive growth sectors without the need for the sector expertise or high personal capital requirements that would normally prevent them from doing so. What does that mean? It means you finally get on the field with the big boys and play in the game with the big boys without big boy knowledge, big boy expertise, or big boy pockets, because they have all of that stuff. I love that. You get so tired of sitting on the sidelines watching everybody else play the game and win, and know that you can't get in the game because you don't know how to play and you don't have the money to play. But now you can actually hook up with a platform through digital credit. They have all the expertise. They have all the knowledge. You have some money you're putting there, and your money can turn into real money through this opportunity. Listen, they're providing something called loan leverage. Don't get tripped up on the word called loan. You're going to love it in a minute. I promise you. Not your traditional loan that you normally would get. At Digital Credit, we operate with traditional leverage model of the financial market, allowing our clients to expand their trading potential. Anyone who's ever done Forex before, or even crypto trading, you know you can walk into a Forex firm and you can get leverage. You can put up $1,000 and they'll give you 5x leverage, 10x leverage, so you can control a bigger account. The reason you do that is because if you win, you can win big. But if you lose, you can get wiped out in a matter of minutes. And it happens to people every single day. Some big winners popping champagne, some big losers trying to figure out what just happened. Well, with digital credit, we're giving you that up, but we're avoiding that downside experience. And here's how we're doing it. Clients with us are going to access operational capital 10 times greater than their initial deposits, allowing them to rapidly boost profitability. The loan repayment, again, don't get tripped up on that word, is made monthly using the profit generated according to prefix plans. So again, $1,000 initial capital, 10x leverage. I got a $10,000 loan value, and everything that happens from me is going to be based off of the 10 grand, not the grand. This is what I'm talking about, guys. If you decide you want to interface with this platform as a client, which is what was my initial decision, you go to the back office and you'll see you got all these different loan amounts, starting at $100, very low, all the way up to 100,000. You don't have to care about the 100 or the 100,000. The only thing you're looking for is what level of risk capital do I feel comfortable putting onto the platform? So if you're going to put $1,000 onto the platform, you're not going to hit the button for $1,000 loan. You're hitting the button for the $10,000 loan because the monthly is the 1,000. Remember, this is all 10x leverage. So you're looking for the monthly. What am I comfortable with for the monthly? So, okay, I have $1,000. I have $1,000 risk capital. I'm comfortable right here. That's the $10,000 loan. So you contribute just 10% per month to the loan. This is going to ensure consistent returns and optimize financial management and growth. Now look at this. The company contribution is here, and this is where the magic starts to happen. Digital credit will pay you between 0.65% to 1%. So it's a variable floating rate. Again, sometimes the fund does better than other days. So between 0.65 to 1% daily, Monday through Friday. The daily payments are made on your total 10x loan amount. What did I just say? I just said that 0.65 to 1% is not going to be made on the $1,000 that you put in. It's going to be made on the $10,000 loan amount. 10x leverage is what I'm talking about. Now, I want to clear something up for everybody here. This is just a little detail. All of this is done on UTC time. Okay, I know we live in America. I do, at least. And a lot of people think America is the center of the world, but it's, there's countries all over the world and there's different time zones, et cetera. So because of the UTC time, we're actually being paid Sunday through Thursday in America. Over in Europe, it is Monday through Friday. And again, you have to adjust it to UTC time wherever you are in the world. So they say Monday through Friday, but it's UTC time. Just figure out where you are in the world and you'll figure out what that fluctuation is for you. Now, the final thing is the repayment strategy. This is where we're going to start developing a comfort zone. All subsequent loan payments can be simply recycled from earnings, so there's never a need for the investment of new risk capital. You don't need to go back in your pocket to make these monthly payments. I'm going to show you here in a second with an example. By the way, forgive me, I'm going to say dollars a lot. $10,000, $500, $10. It's USDT. So wherever you are, if you have euros, if you have yen, if you have won, don't worry about it. Don't worry about trying to do conversions. It's USDT, the crypto USDT. You simply get it from an exchange, and then you can play here with digital credit. So even though I say dollars, it's USDT. So I apologize, but let's just understand that. So let's use an example of somebody getting a $10,000 loan. So they're putting $1,000 onto the platform. We're going to call this our profit-taking example, and then I'll show you a compounding example. So look, deposit comes in, you put in a deposit for $1,000. Your loan amount is $10,000. Again, USDT. We understand that now. Now, what's going to happen is the daily return is going to be 5 days a week. So again, they're not going to pay you on the off days, but 5 days a week. 0.65 to 1%. It's going to fluctuate between there. Let's use a low side example. I like to under promise, over deliver. We'll use a low side example of 0.75% in this example. So 0.75% paid out. It's 10,000. Remember, it's on the loan amount, not your deposit. So $10,000 USDT times 0.75% equals $75 per day, Monday through Friday, 5 days a week, right? That's going to come up to $1,650 when you multiply it by 22 days. So on average, you get 22 of these business days in a month. So 1,650. Remember, you started with 1,000. You put that on the platform. You now have $1,650 that you made all in. So you earn back all of your principal plus $650. Remember, we're estimating again on the low side of the spread. So I want you guys to think about that. Now they say, hey, if you want to keep making money, you got to do the second deposit of the loan. Well, you already made back all of your risk capital plus profits. So it's pretty easy now to simply recycle, right? Another $1,000. Now, it's not out of your pocket. It's coming out of this again. So you're recycling the same risk capital back to make the next loan payment. And you can take that 650 and place it in your pocket. That's what we mean about profit taking. That's an incredible return, by the way. That's a 65% return that you made in 1 month. Would you like to do it again? Of course you would. And everybody does. So all you're going to do is just recycle back again that 1,000. You can go through the same process again over and over and over again. And if you did this over the 10-month course of the loan, just kept recycling, pulling profits, you end up turning your $1,000, original $1,000 into $6,500 in 10 months. That is an insane return. That's our profit taking example. This is why people don't care about loan payment. By the way, at any given time, you could stop. You could get to the end of the first month and say, I'm good with $1,650, put it all in your pocket and walk away from the platform. There's nobody showing up at your door. You didn't sign for anything. There's no threatening emails. The reality is when we say loan, we just mean that if you don't make the next payment, you don't earn anymore. So that's our agreement. You keep making the next payment, you keep earning. You don't make the next payment, you don't earn, and you're done. And you can walk away from the platform. A couple things to look at. You earn up to 200% per month on each loan installment. So if you start with 1,000, you can earn a maximum of $2,000. That's it, right? So that's not bad. You can double your money. Earnings are paid daily, Monday through Friday, midnight UTC. If you're here in the US with me, again, it's going to be Sunday through Thursday just because of the time difference. And it can be withdrawn every Monday prior to midnight UTC time. You could take out all of your earnings, some of your earnings, whatever you want to do. Okay. So that's a profit taking example. But as you can see, this is explosive. This is why so many people are excited about this platform. Let me show you a different example of compounding. So that was the profit taking, but remember, same scenario. Somebody's just putting in $1,000, right? So they're just putting in the $1,000. But look at this, guys. Look how this is exploding because you're compounding. Remember, first month came in for 1,000, right? You made 1,650. Instead of pulling it off the platform, you took the whole 1,650. You just opened up another $650 worth of loans. So in the second month, you're basing off the 1,650. You make $2,722.50. You can't open up a loan with $2.50. So we just round down to the 2,720. You keep doing that month after month after month. You have over $149,000 from the same $1,000. Okay. So you might say, why would anybody ever do this when they could do this? Lots of reasons. Some people might need the cash flow. They might need to put the 650 a month back in their pocket. Some people might feel comfortable putting the 650 in their pocket the first 2 months. So they got $1,300 back, which is their risk capital plus 300. Now maybe they want to compound after that. Some people just don't have the tolerance to keep engaging with the platform. There's a lot of different reasons. So most people will fall somewhere between these two numbers. But guys, listen, whatever you're trying to get accomplished, we can create a strategy for you. I just want to show you how explosive this can be just by actually employing different types of strategies and leverage. And we can work with you to see what it is you're trying to get done. We'll show you exactly what to do. Now, as a broker, again, digital credit, very focused on building the community. The more client capital on the platform, the more opportunities. You know, it's better than buying 10,000 plastic credits and reselling them at a markup. Buying 10 million. You'll probably get a much better discount. You're going to make a much higher profit. So again, the more money that's on the platform, the more they can do. So as a result, we offer additional lucrative bonuses and incentives for brokers who want to intro new clients, as well as build teams of other brokers to do the same. That's the difference between a client and a broker. As a broker, you'll get 3 additional ways to earn: direct referral bonuses, binary commissions, and career plan bonuses. The direct referral and the binary, they're going to help you double up faster. They'll help you hit your doubling target faster. The career plan just operates as a separate entity. These big giant bonuses I'm going to show you for career plan, they just drop in as you get to different targets, and they just count as extra money, right? They're just extra money for you. So that's always a good thing. But these first two, they will help you hit your 200% target faster. So direct referral bonuses, you get to earn a 10% bonus from the loan payments of all of your direct referrals. So I know we got a lot of people in here from around the world. So let's represent some countries. I'm here in the US, but I have a friend in Canada, a friend in Brazil, a friend in South Korea. They all come on board. They want different loan amounts. So let's say that my friend in Canada wants $1,000 loan. They make a $100 payment. My friend in Brazil wants a $10,000 loan. They make a $1,000 payment. Remember, they're getting 10x leverage. My friend in South Korea is going for it, wants a $100,000 loan, $10,000 payment, and then I will get these bonuses, these 10% referral bonus instantly into my online digital credit wallet. Now, here's the best thing. Remember, they're not just going to do that once. We already showed you. Everybody's going to recycle. Why not, right? You're just recycling. Same risk capital, picking up these incredible returns. And the best thing is they'll do it for 10 months in a row. Well, guess what? The 10% bonus is paid on every loan repayment installment, not just the initial deposit. So you'll get paid over and over and over again. And by the time it gets into 10 months, you already know what they're going to do, right? They're going to go and get another loan, probably even a bigger loan, because now they've got more money, more risk capital, more belief, more trust, right? And now they're starting to dream bigger. So this money will get even bigger for you as you go out. So just referring a few people can be life changing. I'll show you an example here in a second. Binary commissions. Binary is two-sided. You earn 8% on the side with the lesser point total. So again, if you referred those same three people, one's going to go on your left, one's going to go on your right. You have to determine where you want to put the third person. I put him here on the left. As they go out and they start building, guys, you start accumulating USDT coming in onto the platform. The system simply says every dollar of USDT will turn into a point. So if we have $4,000 of USDT over here, we got 4,000 points. $3,000 of USDT here, 3,000 points. We're going to pay you 8% of the side with the lesser points. That would be here, 3,000 times 8%. $240. Congratulations to you. Okay. Now, keep in mind the binary runs every single day at midnight UTC. So the binary keeps running every day. They keep recalculating how many points you have. You keep getting paid over and over and over again as momentum is kicking in. The binary runs, we said that. The second thing is you must activate your position with a loan option to accumulate binary points. You can't just sign up and not activate your position and think you're actually picking up points. You won't pick up anything until you get a loan option yourself. And you must have at least one active direct referral on each side, here and here on each side, to actually start earning the binary commissions. That's pretty strong, pretty simple. Now, every day, your cap for which you can earn the binary will be equivalent to the total amount of installments that you've made. So if you got the $10,000 loan, so you put in $1,000, your daily cap is $1,000. Next month, you put in a second payment of another 1,000. That's 2,000 total of installments. Your daily cap is 2,000, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, and that's how it runs. So simple rules that protect the platform. A lot of money on the table for you to earn. Finally, career plan bonuses. Earn progressive bonuses for the lifetime accumulation of your lesser side volume. Remember, we said the first time the binary ran, your first day, you had 3,000 points on the lesser side. So they're going to put 3,000 points into your career plan that they're tracking. Next day, the binary runs again. Let's say now you've got 2,000 points, and that's still your smaller side. They'll pay you for that, $160, but they'll also add that 2,000 points in, and now you've got 5,000 points. And every day the binary runs, whatever's the lesser point side just keeps getting added into this total. This is for your lifetime, so it never runs out. The cool thing, though, is as you accumulate more and more points, guess what? More and more volume will trigger more and more bonuses. So 5,000 in volume, you got people who can probably do that in a day, right? $100 bonus, 10,000 in volume, $200 bonus, etc. And as the volume goes up, the bonuses get bigger. Guys, when you get 5 million in volume, remember, this is over your lifetime. So it's not in 1 month, 1 week, 1 year, whatever. But when you get 5 million in week side volume in your career plan bonus tracker, a $1 million bonus for doing that. I know some people are going to watch. They're going to freeze this on their screen. They're going to go back and add it up. I'll save you time. It's a little over $1.4 million in total bonuses with the career plan. And as soon as you hit them, you get them. It's instantaneous. As soon as you get that volume, they drop that actual career plan bonus into your wallet. So it's pretty exciting what they've been able to do for us. Guys, let me give you a quick broker example, and then we'll start moving towards wrapping this up for you guys. Again, we talked about the profit taking example. We said, listen, person comes in, they're making, put $1,000 in, they're taking their $650 every month, right? And they're just profit taking. Well, let me show you something. Guys, if you introduce this person to the table, right, you're going to get that direct referral bonus when they do it. So they come in for the 1,000, you make $100, right? If they're on the weak side of your binary, that's an 8% weak side binary. 1,000 points turns into $80, right? So, and again, we're talking USDT. I keep saying bucks, but USDT. You got $180 in USDT. And again, if they do the profit taking model every month for 10 months, take 180 times 10, you made $1,800, right, for introducing this one person. I know already the people like me are sitting there saying, well, what happens if they don't do the profit taking? What happens if they do that compounding thing? Guys, I'm not going to do all the math for you. You can go do the math on your own, but I'll just tell you, it's just over $41,000 that you would earn if they did the extreme compounding example that I shared with you. So you can make 1,800, you can make 41 grand, you can make somewhere in between if they're going to do some measure of profit taking and compounding, etc. But you get the idea. All of a sudden, as a broker, as somebody who can go out there and refer other people, there is potentially some life-changing income on the table for you just for finding one person. Imagine for finding 5 or 10 or 15 or 20 over your, or 50 over your career here with digital credit. You can change your life. So when you start hearing people talking about these insane numbers they want to earn, you can start to understand a little bit. If you don't, this final piece of this presentation is going to drive it home for you. It's what we call the doubler effect, and it is the effect of having that 200% cap, where the moment you get there, you're not allowed to earn anymore. This is a game changer in terms of what this does in terms of pushing more money into the platform and into your pocket. So you guys have maybe seen this example before. If you've ever seen a binary, it's like, hey, you go out and you just find 2 people. That's it, because you only need 2 to actually activate the earnings in your binary. So if everybody just did the very, very minimum, I already told you there's people on here that have already found 10, 20, 30 people already that they've referred. But if you just found 2, that was it. And then they just found 2, right? You'd have 2 on your first level, 4 on your second level. And that's it. Everybody's going to do the bare minimum. Nobody's going to actually go out and try to hit a home run, right? Well, as that duplicates through 12 levels, which I did that because I said, hey, if it took you a month to find your 2, then in 1 year, you'd have this team, 8,190 people, right? And that means evenly, you'd have 4,095 on each side, right? Now, think about this for a second. I want to show you an example here, guys. Each side is equal. So one of them is going to be our pay leg. We can pick a side, doesn't matter which is your favorite left or is your favorite right. But look at this math, right? Let's say the average deposit was only $100. That means everybody on average that's coming on, they want $1,000 loan. They're only putting $100 deposit in, right? That creates 409,500 points. At 8%, that's $32,760 worth of USDT that you would earn at worst. And that's the key word right there. That's the at worst. You would earn that every single month. That's at worst. What does that mean, at worst? Well, let's talk about that, because remember, as people redeposit to continue earning, you make the commissions over and over again. So the only thing that becomes important is how frequently are they redepositing. We know that every month they have to, but is there the opportunity that they might actually go out and redeposit more often than every month? Of course. Remember, you put $100 in, you can only earn $200. That's it. So as this starts building, though, right, and you're not just earning daily pay and daily rewards, you're also earning direct referral bonuses, and you're also earning binary bonuses. Guess what? You're going to find out that you can earn $200 pretty fast, right? It's not going to take you a month. So what if it takes you a week? Are you going to just sit around and say, I guess I'm out of the game for 3 weeks? I don't earn anything anymore? No, you're going to go and take that $200, and of that, you're going to take $100 out, and you're going to make the next payment for next month's loan, which will instantly open up another $200 target for you right away. So instead of waiting until the month to end, you'll actually eventually get to a point where you're doing it every 3 weeks. And then as more momentum picks in, every 2 weeks, every week, you'll have people that will end up making all 10 loan payments in 1 month because they're doubling so fast, which means if you look at this chart right here, this just shows some averages. We just did the $100 one, right? Where we said 32,000 bucks. If the average person in your team was only coming on board for a $250 loan, which means they're making $25 deposits, it will be 8,000 bucks. At 50, 16 grand. At the 100, we just did 32 grand. 500, 163,000, et cetera, right? The great thing about this, though, is as momentum kicks in, people aren't just picking up this money in a month. Eventually, you'll be making 32 grand potentially every 3 weeks, then every 2 weeks, then every week. Are you starting to follow the doubler effect? The doubling effect actually directly encourages people to want to get back into the game as fast as possible. So the more they make, the more they don't want to wait, the more payments they're going to make, and the higher the frequency becomes, the higher the frequency of your commissions. This is the game changer. When you start hearing people say, my goal in the next 6 months is to make $100,000 a month or to make 50 grand a week. And you think that's crazy. It's not crazy because of this, because of the compounding effects I showed you earlier. It's actually very doable. So guys, listen, and wrapping up, here's the timeline. In 2024, all they wanted to do was secure their relationships in the plastic credits market. They've done that extremely well. Here in 2025, creation of community and financial services, also adoption of other ICOs for agricultural commodities like sugarcane and coffee. Next year, they're going to be doing some things with clean energy and wind, also acquiring a usability matrix and infrastructure to charge electric vehicles specifically for them in small cities with 300,000 people or less. There's more of them than the big cities, but it's a very underserved area and community. So there's a massive business opportunity there. That shows you how smart they are. And then in 2027, they're looking at more clean energy fuels based on sugarcane, ethanol. Listen, I don't care if you are passionate about all of these things, if you understand all of these things or not. The only thing you need to understand is everything they do, regardless of how they're driven because of their ideology and they're driven because of their heart. Everything they do produces insane amounts of profits back into the pool for the people in the community like me and you. And with the profits I just showed you, they're only going to get better and more sustainable as we start moving along. Finally, some of the operational details. Again, some of this is just review, but I don't want you to forget. Maximum account limit is 200%, the doubling effect, right? Profits 0.65 to 1% per day, Monday through Friday, UTC time. So again, if you're in the US like me, this is going to actually be happening for you Sunday through Thursday. So we just got paid today. For those of you who don't know, when we started the presentation at 8 o'clock, where I am on the East Coast, at 8:01, we got paid, even though it's Sunday, because of the time difference, it's Sunday through Thursday. Profit payments are made at midnight UTC. Loan repayments are monthly. They're optional. So we're not going to come kill you if you decide you want to step away. Optional, but required for continued earnings. So as long as you want to play, you got to make the payment. If you don't want to pay, you just don't play. That's how it works. Minimum withdrawal 15 USDT, 10% withdrawal fee. Passive earnings are available for withdrawal once a week every Monday. It says received in 24 hours. My experience has been 10 to 15 minutes. Bonus earnings are available for withdrawal once a day, received within 12 hours. Again, my experience has been 10 to 15 minutes. I think what they're doing is they're just preparing for the global ramp up. They know there's going to be a lot of platform people coming on the platform. So they just want to make sure that we are setting expectations. If it ever takes a little bit longer than 10 or 15 minutes, people don't panic. That's it. Those are the operational details. Your next steps are clear at this point. And I said to you at the beginning, get your questions answered. That's it. Get your questions answered with the person who invited you, and then get in position. They can send you their independent link that's for them, and it'll get you signed up. Remember, binary placement is about timing. We have a ton of people on this webinar. We have people that have been texting me ever since I showed the compounding example saying, hey, I want to send me your link, which that would be amazing. I could do this presentation and send them my link at the same time, but I will send you guys my link in the order that I receive the text as soon as we're done. Get funded. USDT Polygon. If you know what that is, great. If you don't know what that is, the person who invited you can show you. Determine your level of involvement. Do you want to be a client or a client, a broker like us, the people who are going to build this huge, get connected. When you log out of this page, right, you're going to have another page pop up, which will have our Telegram group information. So you'll be able to get connected to us through Telegram. So right there, you'll be able to see our communication, our schedule, our trainings that we're going to do, our strategy sessions we'll do, et cetera, et cetera. So that's going to be a good thing for you to be a part of that group. It's global, and we are going to be doing this at a global level. So different presentations, different times of the day in different languages. That's coming here very soon. And then simply invite. Guys, I'm going to be back here tomorrow at the same exact time that you got on. So I don't want to say tomorrow night, because I know for some of you it's morning time. I apologize. We will start working in, again, different presentations at different times so we can actually work for everybody. If you can remember the link that you came on, great. If not, go to digitalcredit.biz. One of our partners set this up. It's a simple redirect. It'll direct you right to our presentation. But guys, this is amazing what is happening here. We are so excited about the opportunity to be first to market with this platform, to be able to see already what's happening and why people are getting excited. And we're super excited about the opportunity to see some of you literally change your lives financially by getting yourselves positioned properly with digital credit. So with that said, appreciate you guys being here. Again, this is our first presentation. If you liked it, that's great. If you thought I sucked, I promise I'll get better. I promise you that. But drive people back here tomorrow